Hello, everybody, and welcome to Spartan Field. I'm Kevin St. Onge, along with head coach of the Spartans, Keith Jones, on the Coach's Corner. Coach, great win on Friday night.
Thank you. It was a great team victory.
Usually we start off talking about the offense. Today I want to start off with talking about your defense. It gave up 21 points to a wide-open Hollis Brookline team on opening night. Different style of play, though, on Friday when you took on the Blue Knights of Manchester West, a solid running team. First half, you shut them down.
You know, it was a war in the trenches. There was some times that we gave up some chunks, but for the most part, our guys played tough, down and dirty, and stopped them.
Any particular names on that defensive line you want to mention today, Coach?
All of them. Kyle Forsley, Samson Hodges did a great job. Dan McHugh did a great job. Manuel Ugu, Michael McGuire, Owen Marble, just everybody we put in there had a tremendous night.
Averaging, you're only giving up 71.5 rushing yards per game. You have to be happy with the effort on your defense.
Absolutely. You know, anytime you can hold teams under 100 yards rushing in high school football, usually you're doing some good stuff.
Talking about holding teams to under 100 yards rushing, nobody's been able to hold back your offensive efforts so far this season. Starting with your quarterback, Gavin Erda, 6 carries, 116 yards, 2 touchdowns. Heck of an effort out of the senior quarterback.
You know, he's been great so far. You know, he's reading the offense well. He's not being selfish. He's doing the right things. So we just hope he keeps getting blocks out there and he keeps doing his thing.
Averaging 299 yards per game, you know, your offensive rushing output. It's not just Gavin Erda, though. You have running back by committee. Most efficient running back on the team on Friday night, though, senior Sean Hanrahan. 2 carries, 32 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's tremendous efficiency.
Sean had a great night. Besides the touchdowns, Sean threw some tremendous blocks. I said, I think in the newspaper, probably his best night as a Spartan as far as I was concerned on offense. Just tremendous.
Now, Junior Ugu, usually your workhorse on offense, only 4 carries, 22 yards, did punch one into the end zone for you. Looks like he gave you a stronger effort on defense on this night, but still carried a little bit of the load and drew some attention on offense.
You know, he did his thing. You know, they were determined to take Junior away. Gavin, you know, gets a good look. So, and the other backs really stepped it up. We were trying to spread the wealth and, you know, get some other guys some quality reps for, you know, down the road.
Speaking about down the road, you were leading 35-0 at the half. Some of the people that you were able to give quality reps to in the second half were a lot of your underclassmen and younger players. You played a lot of your JV team. A lot of your underclassmen saw quality varsity minutes. How does that help your team, not only this year, but down the road?
Anytime you can get younger guys meaningful snaps, it just builds depth and prepares you down the road of the season. It's a long year. We don't have a ton of depth at certain spots. So the goal throughout the year is to just keep building that so that as you get banged up and beat up throughout the year, you have guys you can put in you feel comfortable with.
One of the things that I noticed on Friday night was number 48, Gia Evans, saw some playing time at split end for you. Not necessarily a news story in New Hampshire when a girl takes the field in a varsity game, but certainly still not as commonplace as perhaps it should be, Coach.
Yeah, Gia's a great kid. She played 8th grade football last year. She's been playing on the flag teams in the Dome over the years with the boys. She just loves football. She doesn't say a whole lot. She smiles every day, never misses practice, comes out here and gives us 100%.
That's excellent, Coach. At this time, let's do a little Division II roundup. Mentioned at the top of the show, St. Thomas Aquinas went into a game against Alvern. Alvern, pretty much the class of the conference. A lot of people expecting big things from them. Alvern couldn't get it done, dropped a 1-point loss to St. Thomas. What are your thoughts on that game, Coach?
We were actually there. It was a blood and guts game. Alvern jumped out 12-0 early. St. Thomas hung on throughout the game, scored one in the first half to make it 12-6, and then punched one in late to make it 13-12 with time running away. So it was a classic high school football game. It was a little sloppy at times. Some of it was decided by penalties, but it really came down to the wire, and as a fan, it was a great game to watch.
Kind of shows the balance that exists in this Division II South Conference.
You know, I've said this from day one. You know, every week in the South Conference is a dogfight. There's no slouches. You've got to prepare every week like you're playing the best team in the nation. And that game just proves it. St. Thomas goes and loses to Sauhegan. Everybody thinks, oh, they're not good this year. They come back and they beat Alvern. So
you mentioned that Sauhegan team. They went out and smoked Conval 41-0. Hollis Brookline gets off the schneid. They beat Hanover 48-14. Pelham was all over Sanborn. We're going to talk about Pelham in just a few moments because that's your team. That's your opponent this week. But they beat Sanborn 34-0. In the Northern Division, Bow shellacked Kingswood 48-0. They improved to 2-0. Guilford Belmont lost a close one to Merrimack Valley, 3-point loss, 20-17. Plymouth stops their one-game losing streak with a win, 44-0 over John Stark. And Kennett also stays undefeated. They beat Pembroke 35-7. Coach, any surprises in the Northern Division?
I think the biggest surprise in the Northern Division was that the score of the Plymouth Stark game. Not that I would say that I wasn't picking Plymouth to win the game, but I think that we thought that was going to be a much closer contest.
So we're going to see a lot more from Plymouth and hear a lot more about Plymouth throughout the season. But for a moment, Coach, I want to turn your attention a little bit away from football. It's my understanding Milford will be hosting the New Hampshire Tackles Hunger Program this Friday, the 20th, during the Pelham game. Tell us a little bit about your experience with the program.
It's just a great thing that Jamie State and then Jason King from MUR do. The food pantry is very important in the state of New Hampshire. There's a lot of people out there that go without food. So anything that we can do to promote it and to help fill those things before the long winter, we want to be involved.
So there'll be an opportunity for people to make food donations here at the game on Friday night, is my understanding.
Absolutely. There'll be two contemporary pickup trucks right by the front gate, and we're hoping to fill both of them.
That'd be great. Turning our attention to that next game, Coach, you host the Pelham Pythons on Friday, September 20th, right here at Spartan Field. The Spartans are 7-0 against the Pythons. You beat them, I believe it was 34-14 a year ago. Union Leader has Pelham picked to finish, about 6th, middle of the pack, but got to tell you, they gave last year's state runner-up Alvern all they could handle in the opening game of the season. 15-0, Alvern wins, but they win late, and then Pelham goes out and smacks Sanborn 34-0 last week. They have a balanced offensive attack. They're putting up 222 yards in 2 games in rushing. They throw the ball all over the field, much like a Hollis Brookline team. They've thrown the ball for 253 yards. Their quarterback, Ian Huey's one of the top 5 passing quarterbacks in the conference. Your thoughts on Pelham heading into Friday night's game?
Coach Babane and I have known each other now for 20 years. My first Pelham experience ended right over there in the left end zone. We finished the game in regulation 0-0, and they beat me in overtime.
Is that right?
And that was 20 years ago, probably almost to the day. And one thing we always know about Coach Babane teams, they're going to come, they're going to be hungry, they're going to hit, they're going to be tough, and they're going to be ready to play the game. So, like always, we're preparing like it's the best team in the nation, and hopefully it's a good football game.
Well, Coach, good luck this week against Pelham. We'll be watching, and so will Milford, on the broadcast platforms of Granite Town Media, streaming live on Facebook and on a delayed feed to YouTube and Milford's local access channel 20.